Good morning, everyone. 12 selections today, so it's toned down a little bit, coming up around the 15, 16 selections. I've got an air of confidence today to make a profit. Let's see how we go. We've been getting plenty of winners. 3 winners last week, 3 winners the week before, but no value runners get up. So hopefully that changes today. And we've got some at good value, and we've got some short ones too, and hopefully we keep getting those good things up in between as well. All right, we'll run through Eagle Farm first, then we'll go to Sydney, and then we'll finish in Melbourne. All right, most of our selections at Eagle Farm. We'll start with race 1, number 2, Just Party. I really think this is a class horse here, ready to win, be hard to beat. Been gelded this preparation, came back with a really good second. Have to forgive its last run. Rated really well last prep in Sydney Spring Carnival. And yeah, I just think it's got a class edge. If it doesn't win today or go really close to win today, it's finished. So it's what I'm saying, it's ready to peak today. Emirate, obviously slight danger. Chris Waller thinks they think very highly of this horse for a very long time. Still got to go out there, do it, and it's jumping from the 12 to the mile. So we're just happy to hang our hat on Just Party. All right, let's go to Eagle Farm race 2, number 4, Pier. Really like this horse too. He's run behind War Machine, which is the favourite for the Stradbroke, and here he is paying probably the same War Machine is in the Stradbroke. Was really good. I was going to say unbelievable. Wasn't unbelievable. It was just a really good run. We had to go back from the wide barrier. I don't think he'll get back as far today. He had to make a run on inferior ground. Stepping up in distance is good. It's a mile winner, beating Desert Lightning and Prowess in a Group 1 in New Zealand. It'll be improved from the run, improved going up in distance. And I thought Pierre would be obviously really hard to beat. That's why I'm tipping to you. There's a horse called Demon Darb in the race, around the same price. Jeez, that scares me when the market really likes something, but I cannot see that at all. Cannot see how Demon Darb is in the same class as Pier and around the same price, but you can never be confident against the market. You're never smarter than the marketplace, but I am questioning that. What have I missed? Because I really think Pierre versus Demon Darb is a non-event, but we'll see after the race. Let's go to Eagle Farm race 4. I've tipped you 3 horses here. I don't usually do that, but I think there's an opportunity here. Obviously, one of them's the favourite. If this wins, we're just going to get our money back. I really think these horses are the main 3. Maybe another horse called Isti Star is a bit of a threat. If that gets up, we're going to look a bit silly tipping 3 horses and Isti Star beating us. But I like what we got here. Let's start with Eagle Farm race 4, number 1. Quietly Arrogant. McDonald's on. It's not a Chris Waller horse, a Snowden horse. McDonald kept riding this horse thinking it could be a Golden Slipper horse. And he rode it right up to the slipper. It ran a good 4th, but wasn't good enough for him to give up his other mount, the slipper. It was a bit disappointing in the slipper. And since then, they've gelded the horse. And it's back after winning a really good trial. So, on that potential set weights, this horse should win. Definitely if it's proved, and it should be proved from the gelding and the barrier trial. So we're happy to hang our hat on that. But if it doesn't turn up, we've got 2 horses here at a really good price that we believe can win the race. And that's number 7, Midnight Spirit. Now, this horse won its maiden first up, then was disappointing second up, which they do as young horses, went for a spell, came back with a third over 1,000 metres to Cool Archie, who's another pin-up horse. And that run was a very good run, making ground late, showing me that the 1,200 will suit. Since then, it hit a heavy track and ran last, which is just a forgive. So going back 2 starts ago behind Cool Archie, that form's good enough to win. Golan and Angela Jones, barrier 6. And I think at $34, this is very, very genuine winning chance. Also with number 9, Prestar, another one with potential, has first start down the Flemington Straight, trained by McAvoy. He brings it up to Queensland because he knows this horse has got top potential. He starts it in a maiden Sunshine Coast, and it wins by 4.5 lengths, beating a horse called Jaggery, which ran second to Shaggy on a Queensland. So that's top form. Fantastic margins over the 1,000 metres, just kept running away. If they went further, would have won by more. A little bit soft in betting, got me a little bit concerned, but I'm still going to tip it to you guys. It's at $10 at the moment. If it blows further than $10, don't touch it. It needs to stay steady in the market. So those 3 horses in Eagle Farm Race 4, quietly arrogant, is sort of our saver at the short price, with Midnight Spirit $34 and Prestar at the 10. Let's go to Eagle Farm Race 7, number 11, Floozie. Mate, this horse is up in class, but you all saw the way it turned up in Queensland. It was rating really, not only was it good to see by the eye the way it was winning, it was also running time. So love everything it's done. Forget it just scraping home on the heavy track last start. I think that was a really good performance, but its top performance was at this track, under this track condition. Golden's given 5 weeks off. It's going to run well, really nice, freshened up. Again, Angela Jones and Golden with a nice barrier, expected to be up near the pace. Eagle Farm, race 8. We've tipped here 2 horses here. We've got Desert Lightning and War Machine. War Machine is a bit short. We've tipped this horse all the way through. And look, we're not going to stop tipping him now. We still think there's more there to come. But he is stepping up in class. But we still have to tip him in around the $3.50 is not too bad. He has done nothing wrong. There's a horse on the way up, and he will be hard to beat. There's going to be a lot of pace on this race, which will be interesting. We're also tipping Desert Lightning at the $23. This is a class horse that in the All Age, we already tipped Jolly Star last week coming out of the All Age. Now we've got Desert Lightning, where it was wide behind Jimmy Star. Such a good field that All Age was. He was wide, he was keen, and he still came with Desert Lightning. Disappointing on the heavy track, another forgive. Then comes out against Transatlantic, which is $9 in the Stradbroke, with 61 kilos, and gives it a huge run. If he gets luck from barrier 1, T. Berry knows the horse well. It's going to run a big race at $23. And then Eagle Farm, race 9, number 1, Fawkner Park. Probably the most sure thing of the day. There never is a sure thing, but this would be it, for the proviso that he won the race last year. He's had the same preparation. The way he won that race last year, he peaked and ran 2 lengths above benchmark. He looks on track to do that again. 2 good runs behind Antino. Wouldn't have beat Antino, but they weren't his type of track or conditions. He did really well. I think this horse is on track. Loves Eagle Farm. Loves this sort of prep. And we think he'll peak today and win. Eagle Farm, race 9, number 1, Fawkner Park. Rosehill, race 1, number 5, Crusader Voyage. I thought this horse would be really tight in the market. It's not blowing out. It's not soft. It's sort of half holding its price, or blown out half in betting. Why I'm mentioning that, I'm really surprised, because this horse here over the 1200 on a wet track really kept hitting the line. Didn't flash hit the line, but just kept rolling, hit the line. Really told me it improves the 1400. Rosehill, you want to be up on the pace. I think you'll be there. This horse is by Sea Siren. Who remembers Sea Siren was a Group 1 winning mare, actually through the Queensland Carnival as well. So that could be an omen. And we've got Dylan Gibbons, Waller, they improved second up. And I think Crusader Voyage at $5 is really good value. Let's go to Sandown, race 2, number 8, Legacy Bay. This is a horse that has been really well supported in the market. I got a good price for this horse. I got around the $5, and they've really hammered him. This horse I expect to be ridden differently in the last start. They went back from the wide barrier. The horse didn't appreciate. It pulled very hard. Was very, very keen. And then really still hit the line. That's really, really hard to do. So we believe they're going to go to the front, give the horse its head, Sandown hillside with the rail leg, 8 metres, should be on paces. And we think Legacy Bay is going to be awfully hard to beat. And we're going to finish with Sandown, race 5, number 12, Lady Pappygate. This horse, 2 runs from a spell, performed really well in fast run races. It ran second first up, and then it just won second up. But I think it might have been flat from that really hard run first up, and it still won. Third up, jumping to the mile. Is it dropping in weight? Yep, drops to 3 kilos. Got all the ticks. I like Jayla Kennedy as a jockey. I think a bit like Jamie Carr, horses just run for her, even though she doesn't look so pretty on them. Like she could sit deep and stuff like that, but they still win. They run for this girl, Jayla Kennedy. So Lady Pappygate, which is around $11 and is really good value. All right, guys, take it easy. Gamble responsibly. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, guys. We better get our warning sign up. You can sign off, but we will get this warning sign up, which I forgot about.